Hi everyone, hope you're doing well. Today I'm going to talk about a stock I completely sold out of. So I completely sold out this stock, I think it was either last week or the week before, closed my position entirely, sold it for a decent profit, and it's a stock I haven't held too long really, but there's a few things that changed and I'll go through those things today, why I sold it. And even if you don't own the stock, obviously I'm doing this video for transparency so you guys know I've exited it, and also that I'll go through a few reasons why I sold it. So even if you don't own it, you'll kind of see my thought process when it comes to selling stocks, because selling stocks is pretty tricky, I think buying a stock is always easy because you like a stock, you buy it, it goes cheaper, you continue buying it, there's no issue there. With a stock that you completely want to sell out of, it's quite hard to decide when is the right point. You end up maybe missing out on some more gains as the stock continues to rise. It's quite a tricky subject really when you kind of cut it. So today I'll kind of go through that. And as well as that, it is going to be my last video before Christmas, so have a great Christmas. I'm going to have the next two days off, which I actually can't remember the last time I had 2 days off making videos in the midweek, and then I'll probably be back just a little bit after Boxing Day. I don't know, we'll have to see how it works out with the days, and when I do end up coming back recording videos. I might have 2 days off, I might end up having a week off. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it'll be a good time to have a little bit of a rest after the last year. So yeah, I'll try and keep you updated, I guess, when I kind of make a video again. But anyway, without wasting any more time, let's get started. Now, as always, if you do want to know what I'm buying and selling in real time, join the Patreon, £5 a month, links in the description. You get my live buy and sell alerts on there. A Discord with 600 members on to talk about stocks, including me. And obviously, you guys knew I sold this stock a couple of weeks ago on the Patreon. And if you do want to support the channel, obviously, this year I tried to give you as much information as I can for free on the YouTube. Obviously, produced many stocks that have performed very well this year. If you do want to give me a little bit of a pat on the back, then obviously support the channel, £5 a month. It will be going up in January, guys, as well, so you can get in now while it's a little bit cheaper. And what a year it's been. Last year was a great year for us. We ended up, I made this video, 39% year to date was my return last year. It was actually a little bit higher. I made that one day before the end of the year, and on that last day of the year I actually got above a 40% return, which was really nice last year. This year we're doing really well. We're beating the market once again this year. I don't know exactly what we're going to close at. I'll leave that for a couple more days so I don't make the mistake of doing it too early like last year. And obviously we've got a couple more trading days and we'll see what my year-to-date return ends up being. It looks like we are going to be in the market again, which would be really nice. I don't think it's going to be as good as last year, but it'll still be a pretty good return, but I'll probably do that. That'll probably be my next video back after Christmas. But yeah, what a year it's been once again. And yeah, we had another stock that did really well for us, which was Ulta Beauty. So yeah, I've sold all my Ulta Beauty position. I did lock in a pretty decent profit on it. I think it was like 18% return. And I've only held this stock for around about 3 months. I started buying during this period here, August time. So yeah, 3-4 months. And yeah, I bought during that time period, and the stock has run up since then. It's up 33%. I took about an 18%, 17% profit on the stock. And yeah, I decided to lock in my profit on Ulta Beauty. I'll go through the couple of reasons why. So the first reason why is just that it's run up so much. Obviously, when I buy stocks, I aim for 100% return, 20% a year, and obviously this has overachieved what I thought it would do in a 3-4 month period. I've basically got nearly, a year and a half return in 3 months, which is obviously very good. The other reason is obviously the stock shot up very well, a lot, and I was trying to build a position in. I kind of wanted to build a position in that kind of 320, 330, 340 kind of dollar range, and obviously it's gone up by that amount, ahead of that amount by a good amount. So I can't really build a position on it. The stock would have to fall dramatically for me to come anywhere close to buying. So yeah, it has run up so much very quickly, and I'm taking a bit of a winner very quickly. The other thing is, like I said, I haven't been able to build a position up that much, and for me to buy it, it's way off where I'd want to buy it. The other reason why is that I have actually bought 2 new stocks. So you guys on the Patreon know about this. I bought into 2 new companies, and the fact that I was adding in 2 new companies into the portfolio meant that I didn't want to burn my cash pile too much. I believe the market is probably set for a drop in 2025, whether that be a correction or a full-blown stock market crash. I think the market is very overvalued, and I think we will see a drop of 10% or more in the S&P 500 next year. I'm not going to, I'm not 100% saying that's going to happen, because you never know in the stock market. I thought the market was overvalued for the last kind of couple of months, and it's continued to rally higher. You just don't know in the stock market, but my feeling is that the stock market is due a pullback, and I want a bit of cash to position myself for that. So I didn't want to spend too much cash on these two new positions. So to generate cash, I sold the position and then invested the cash in, which was Ulta Beauty. And like I said, I kind of wanted two new positions to the portfolio. It just comes down to work. If I have a stock portfolio of 70 stocks, it's going to be really hard for me to keep up the research on 70 individual companies. It's too much work. So there's a point where I have to make sure my portfolio for me doesn't go over around about 30 stocks. It is a little bit higher than that right now. It is towards like probably the 35 range, so it is a little bit higher than where I want it to be, just for the workload. I can't have a lot of stocks because I can't keep on top of them. So that was the other reason, is that I had two new stocks and I want to make sure the portfolio doesn't go too crazy. And the other thing is making sure my cash pile is still pretty good, because like I said, I don't think the market is in a good place. Well, it obviously is a good place at the moment, but I think it's in a overvalued territory where it's due a pullback at some point. And then the other thing is that the stock rallied up, and it rallied up off the last earnings, and the last earnings were actually okay. Like the EPS was a nice beat, revenue was a nice beat, going up to growth of 1.6%. And maybe Q4 is really strong. We know Q4 is a good period where people go out and buy gifts, go out and buy, beauty gifts. And maybe Q4 is very good for Ulta Beauty. But I just looked at the numbers and I thought, they were good. They're a step in the right direction. But they're still quite way off where, for me to make money, I would have to see the financials of this business improve dramatically from where they are right now. So an example of that is if I go onto the numbers here, and obviously because the share price has gone up, to like, a 19 billion market cap now. The upside's a lot more limited, as you can see here. Like, there's still upside here, 20, 30, 40% upside, nearly 50% upside. But if you look at the numbers I'm running like a 3, 5, 7% revenue growth. And obviously, to even get to the higher return here, you would need the company's financials to improve dramatically in the next couple of years, of really big amounts of growth. The other thing as well is one of the reasons why I invested was the Mexico expansion. I thought that might be the growth driver of why the stock goes back up to 5-7% growth. And as far as I'm aware, I've not really heard them mention about the Mexico expansion for the last kind of 3 or 4 quarters, I believe it is right now. So I thought, I'm going to, that makes me a bit nervous, because that was potentially the growth driver, and they're not really talking about it anymore. And like I said, if I was just to show you guys, and I changed this revenue growth from this growth to like 1, 2, 3%, I mean, yeah, like the upside for the next 5 years is pretty low. It's not worth holding it. So they really need to get to growth, and I'm just like, are they going to get there? So that was kind of the other thing that kind of pushed me. It's already rallied, and now I need the growth to really return for this to do really well, and I don't know if that's going to happen. So that was also the other reason why I kind of thought, I'm going to take the profit here, because the stock's now priced in. It goes back to growth, and yet we've not seen the growth returned to Ulta Beauty. Like I said, when I did buy the stock, I mean, we were buying Ulta, was it like a 15 billion market cap or something? And when I was buying a 15 billion market cap, I mean, you can see here, like, the upside is, the upside was there, but now it's kind of all gone, and it still needs, a big financial improvement yet for it to show that return there. So yeah, it was a combination of factors really, where I kind of thought, I'm going to sell Ulta Beauty between cash pile, 2 new positions into the portfolio, managing the amount of positions I hold, the stock running up a lot very quickly. I can't buy any more. I didn't build a position. The financials now need to improve massively for me to get the upside, which we don't know if it's going to happen. I don't know about the Mexico expansion. You can see all these kind of factors built into the point where I was like, okay, I'm going to take the profit here. You don't go broke taking profit. And obviously I cashed in there, and as well as that, I'd probably say like the stock is, you can see that it's up at 18 forward times earnings now. So which is quite a fair valuation. I'd say even a pretty decent valuation for a company only growing at 1.8%. So yeah, I kind of I took that money there and I cashed in the profit there, which is really nice. And obviously, it's another stock that we made money on. It's really nice when you have that, a short-term winner, and you move on from there. And obviously, another stock that we can add on to the stocks that have made really good money for us this year. It's been a really good year, and I guess we could kind of add Ulta onto the list now, which is great. So yeah, that's the video for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Obviously, a hint there that I have been buying 2 new stocks, and I'll probably do a video on them in the next coming couple of weeks. But apart from that, I hope you enjoy it. Hope you have a great Christmas, and I'll see you all in a couple of days. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in a bit.